Good morning. Trump, he did very well in Iowa. They had this primary election. Record victory. And he didn't even campaign there. That's what I heard. I think it's fantastic. So he will become the candidate for the Republicans, no doubt. So yeah, I think it's fantastic. I really want Trump in the White House because I think he's a decent guy. And he's concerned about the Americans, about the people. He's listening to them, see? And it's going to be fun, too, in a good way. It's sort of personal for me, see? It's very entertaining with Trump. I know he will be a problem to the globalists and to media, you know, and it's going to be great. Joe Biden was sort of entertaining, too, in a bad way. Right? Sniffing girls' hair, stumbling, falling over, sort of entertaining. But he's a terrible guy, totally corrupt. So I want Trump in the White House. Some will disagree with me and say, no, he's one of them, you know. He gets along with the Eskimos, you see. It's bad. Stupid idiots. So who do you want then? You want Joe Biden? Or you will say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in the White House, you might say. They are all controlled, you know. Well, say this to the Americans. Tell them it doesn't matter who's in the White House. You had Joe Biden now for 4 years, right? Soon. It doesn't matter. They will not agree with you. Most of them. Of course it matters. Right, so that's what I want. I want to see Trump. Now, I was curious to see what Swedish media had to say about this victory, record victory in Iowa. And I expected them to say that it was a terrible thing, right? And I found some of this, but not as much as I thought. And then I saw this interview, and I couldn't believe it. This was a major newspaper, Aftonbladet. They interviewed this sort of expert about Trump, about US elections, you know. And this expert, he was asked about the situation in the world. People are now worried. Trump becoming the president, the situation will be worse, see? And you know what the expert said? I couldn't believe it. But this is what he said. The fear of Trump is exaggerated. And he said, when Trump was the president, it was pretty calm. And then he compared it to Biden. He said, with Biden, there is actually more trouble. And he mentioned, for example, the Middle East and Ukraine. He mentioned Ukraine. So it's exaggerated. I don't know what to say. That's what he said. And then he said this, there is a problem with Trump, the money going to Ukraine. Because Biden, I didn't know this, Biden has been sending more money to Ukraine than the whole of EU combined. So the EU have to step it up now if they want this conflict to continue, you know. If Trump becomes the president, the EU will have to step it up. That's what he said. What an idiot. Anyway, I was very surprised to see this. Right, so I'm rooting for Trump all the way. And I know it's going to be great. There might be some disappointments, of course. About the tea, for instance, the needle, you know. But it doesn't matter. I've been saying this, I think many times. I said this many times. It doesn't matter. It's up to the people anyway. The people have to educate themselves about the needle and about big pharma. See? So if they don't do it, they are gone. You see, they have to look into this. And it doesn't matter who's in the White House about this. See, this issue is for the people. They have to realize what's going on. All right, be good.